Howdy guys, today is February 11th. I just got these chickens taken care of. They're kind of starting to sound like there's an egg coming soon. That little screech, that one too, is typically indicative of an egg. But anyways, on the agenda today, my dad and I are just gonna be hanging out. Gonna look at building a mobile coop. Got the supplies when I picked up all the seeds last week, I think it was, maybe 2 weeks ago. So finally getting around to playing with that. And then we're also gonna take off and see if we can get some posts set out on my larger property. Okay guys, my dad and I ran to Home Depot and rented the 2-man auger. We originally thought about just trying to dig it in, but we dug the trees in and that wasn't much fun. So can't imagine digging in posts. So this is just gonna make it a lot faster. Also got this wheelbarrow. Don't know how well it'll work with the small tires, but I didn't really want to have to lug 80-pound bags of concrete and gravel all the way out there, so that'll make it a little easier. We got a 10-inch blade, I think it was, for the 8-inch posts, a couple buckets of water to help set the concrete, and just a few posts we brought out today. So we've just about got one post done. We put in some pea gravel. It's about 3 feet in the ground, 3 feet and a couple inches. Tamped it down, got some concrete in there, leveled it up, and gonna tamp it down some more, pack some dirt around it, and that one will be done. Honestly, the worst part about this is just walking back and forth. There's a lot of walking. This is about, I think, 650 or so feet back and forth, or at least one way. So a lot of walking, especially when you're wheeling some heavy stuff. You can see kind of all the ruts, but sure beats carrying it. At least you got some wheels. And it's so muddy that these boots just collect mud. Adds about 10 pounds, it feels like, every time you take a step. Okay, my brother showed up, which is handy. We're gonna go ahead and just try and get all the holes drilled right now, and then we'll work on setting the posts a little later. So still got 4 more posts to do.
Man, that thing floats.
Oh, that's nice.
That floated.
Make it easy.
Look how tall it is.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of mud in the bottom of that or something.
Well, I put gravel.
Yeah. Come here and hang on.
A lot of groundwater. And we're calling it a day on the post. We have 3 in. Both back corners are done. Those are concreted in, completely set. Ran out of concrete. I only grabbed 2 bags, 1 per post. I didn't think we'd honestly get this far today. We did pretty good on time, and just everything went really smooth. So I've got both front corners dug out now, so we'll pop those in tomorrow. The next thing we got to do is kind of figure out the middle, exactly where I'm dividing it, and I want it parallel with the road, so that'll be tomorrow morning's project. Day 2 of working on these posts. The first thing my dad and I are going to work on is getting this point and this point over here parallel with the road, using a transom. So we're going to get that all set up and going, then we're going to drill the holes, pop the posts in, and we'll be good. The auger has to be back by noon, so got a little earlier start today than usual. Happy to see that it's still frozen because it was miserable walking through that mud yesterday. All right, got the property line figured out. It's awkward because it's right in between this tree and this tree, but we're right here in the middle with the screwdriver. So we're gonna go ahead and start drilling.
Spark plug you.
Yep. All right, ready for this?
Let's put it over that way.
There's all roots down there. So we're kind of crunched on time. We had about 30 minutes. We're getting the auger back to the store right now. we got one post actually finished and set. Obviously we finished all the holes. There were only 2 to drill today. They were miserable because of the roots, but we did get it. So we're gonna go back at some point and we have to do 3 more. The posts are already sitting in there. It's just concreting them in and making sure they're level. So just about done with that. So back over with the chickens now. I just moved the Americanas fence and 2 promptly flew right out. So that's slightly obnoxious, but not the end of the world. The dogs aren't out, so I'm not super worried, at least at the moment. But they're fine, they always stay around. The Americanas decided to lay eggs today. So we got a bunch of them that have laid today, and then I found one on the ground. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8. So we got 8 Americanas laying now. It's awesome. I went ahead and added 1 more box. Not pretty or anything, nothing fancy. There's enough of an angle. Hopefully the eggs just won't roll out or they won't kick them out. Just because everybody did lay eggs in this one today. There were 8 in there. Nobody laid anything in that one. I have the mat in that one. I don't think they like the mat. That's just my guess. But we'll kind of keep an eye on it for the next few days and see what happens. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Today is February 14th and it is day 3 on working on these posts. This will go pretty quick today. Everything's already dug. We've already put the pea gravel on the bottom. Now it's just literally pouring in some concrete and making sure the posts are straight. So we've got the 2 front corners and back middle one there. Can you see it? Between the 2 trees. So we're gonna get going. And the last post is finished. Such a good feeling. So got all 4 corners and then split in half. So we are looking good. Back in the Americanas coop now. They didn't really care for that other little nesting box I put on the side, so I'm just gonna take it out and replace it actually, because this nesting box they've been kind of pecking at, and you can see the hole in the back. So it's just not holding up too well. So I'm gonna change that one out and put in the square one. Good morning, everybody. Today is February 15th. It feels like spring. It's gorgeous out right now. So far I have 8 cherry tomatoes popping up and 1 brandywine. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a couple more started since those are doing so well, and just keep them going. Alright guys, so these are the ones that have sprouted. These are all the cherries. The brandywine is coming up. There's one, you can't really see it, it's really small. So those are the 2 I've done. I've got a lot of options here for this next batch, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the yellow pear and the black crim. So I'm gonna do the same thing, write it on the little tab with the date, water them, and get them going. So I checked the nesting boxes and they left a little surprise. So got our first little white egg today. Very cool. They definitely have the noise going, so I figured it was coming soon. So very exciting. If you remembered earlier in this video, I mentioned a chicken coop. My dad and I were messing with it at the beginning of the week, realized, picked up some wrong parts. You know how if you get like little things in a box store, sometimes they'll throw wrong parts in a box, so you just kind of grab them and go, and you think you have all the right things. Well, there's some slight detailed differences that wouldn't work, so I had to go swap those out. But anyway, we've still kind of lightly been working on the coop. There's nothing major at all. Once we actually get rolling on it, I'll show you guys more.